and we're just going to try to give it another shot here. Well, that was a fiasco a few minutes ago. Remember, if you come in, please hit the like button, hit the share button, and go subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's YouTube at Biscuit, BIZCUTT. So I'm going to give this a part 2 here, and let's get busy. So I'm trying to figure all this out. I keep saying, yeah, I'm going to get it right. I'm going to get it right. And it never gets right, man. The whole damn thing just crashed on me right as I'm getting started. Oh man, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing good tonight. Remember, if you come in, please smash a like button, hit a share button. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's YouTube at Biscuit. I'm looking at all platforms here. It looks like I'm live on 3 platforms, which is what the mission is here tonight. So anyway, so I decided to come and try to start doing some live shows again. Just come in, talk a little bit of Cowboys, maybe talk a little bit of Fever, just whatever you want to. Hope to interact with some people chatting out here. If you're online, please hit that like button, hit that share button, subscribe. And let's talk a little bit of Cowboys. So, this time of year, we're always going to get a lot of people talking about trade this person, trade that person, because they always use the Cowboys for their personal gain, so to speak. Whenever you mention Cowboys, they always it gets the media talking. It gets everybody talking on sports channels like ESPN, Fox, whatever, and definitely on social media. Earlier, a few days ago, I made a talking about the possibility of a trade for Josh Sweat. To me, on the hindsight, it sounds like a good idea, and but once again, because he doesn't want to be at the OTAs, or he's made I suppose he made a remark that he wants out of Arizona. He just signed a big contract, so he left Philadelphia to go there, and I'm just like, it makes sense hindsight, because if you guys have watched followed my videos and watched some of my shorts and my uploads I've been doing, I have talked several times about wanting an edge rusher. Now, the edge rusher I have talked that I want is is somebody that Christian Parker wants, man. So, and that was Max Crosby. I have made several inquiries on wanting him, but the fact that they're even thinking about a now, don't get me wrong, there has been no report that I have seen that Arizona is even considering trading Josh Sweat away. Now, a few years ago, if you all remember, I would have you wouldn't have convinced me that he wasn't the Super Bowl MVP. I'm just going to be honest. He just simply annihilated Mahomes in that game, I thought. Got a couple sacks, all kinds of pressures, tackles behind that line. He just absolutely dominated that game. And so to have an edge rusher that good, yeah, I'll take it in a minute. I'll take it absolutely in a minute. Because it's also saying that the Cowboys are still searching. But obviously there's been so many. I can go through a list right now of obviously Jordan from the Miami Dolphins. That name keeps coming up. Now, I don't know if the Cowboys are really wanting to go after another linebacker right now, because we may be okay at linebacker. I mean, we got a lot of linebackers right now, but edge. I really want an edge rusher. I really do. Obviously, I also made a video last week about a possibility for a trade for Alvin Kamara as a backup running back. Again, I'm all for trying to give our guys a chance. I also made a video about lack of production, came from a lack of opportunity. The guys didn't get an opportunity. And, I watched the preseason last year, and I was all about my boy Phil Maffa. How you doing, D, man? Welcome to the show. And I was all about my boy Phil Maffa, because I really enjoyed what I saw in preseason last year. Then they said, well, he's got an injury, and they slapped him on the practice squad. And I was getting ready to talk about that, D. That there's a possibility that Hooker could be on the trade block, yes, or it could be cut. I don't know how true it is, but I've seen something about it earlier on I think it was on a Blog and the Boys post. So that's something to keep an eye on too, because I was sitting here talking about the possibility of bringing in that kid from Miami, and that's just it. All this stuff's going to come out right now for about June 1st, because there's like 4 or 5 different possibility trades is what I'm hearing. Possibly, obviously, there's some free agents still to be picked up, like that Decker that played for the Lions a few years ago. The Thanksgiving fiasco that was called back because he was an ineligible receiver. Yeah, he's on the free agent. He's as a left tackle, and they're talking about because of Guyton. Now I'm on record to say, hey, I'm team Tyler Guyton, because I think he's really he can really do something if he just stays healthy. Him not staying healthy has been the biggest problem that I've had that's been going on with Tyler Guyton. I like the way his long arms are. I've seen some good stuff from him. I've seen some bad, but he was also trying to play hurt, and keeping banged up. Then he would struggle. So I want to see Tyler Guyton be healthy and have a fair chance. That's what I want to see. So I'm not too much. I mean, yeah, I'll take backups, but I think we got plenty of backups on the offensive line. I think we're doing good at linebacker right now. But what I really want is edge. So when they're talking about that a possibility of a trade for a Josh Sweat, I'm not going to be against it. I'm not going to be against it at all because I happen to know that I'm pretty sure that Parker wants a really good edge rusher. I really do, because obviously he wanted Crosby. He wanted Crosby like really bad, and they pursued Crosby very, very aggressively. So the fact that they were given what they were going to trade for him, and I know Jerry Jones is wanting to rub it in the media's face about them giving him all the hell that he went through about about trading Parsons off. So I know he wants to rub that if he can come up with something like that. But then you look at a possibility for a Josh Sweat, and he's probably not going to cost what Max Crosby costs, and you're going to get a pretty damn good edge rusher. I'll take it. Especially somebody that it's familiar with the style of defense that we're going to be running. Because when you look at a Vic Fangio type defense, they're not what you call a blitzing defense. So they look to their secondary to hold up their guards to guard their man in the back, while they can have a solid rush from the 4 down lineman or 3 down lineman or whatever how we're going to run 3-4-4-2-5, whatever we're going to run. But obviously it's going to be in a 3-4 base, and but it still means we got to get pressure on the quarterback. So we got to have somebody good there. Right now, I'm a little concerned because we got a rookie, we got a second-year guy, we got a guy coming off of an injury that has not. He came off an injury last year, but he didn't really show how good he was. Like I said, when I'm talking about Sam Williams, I'm thinking about his rookie year. He was pretty solid his rookie year. I ain't gonna lie, but he got the benefit off of having guys like DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons. Hell, we had Dante Fowler, we had Lawrence Armstrong. We had an edge. We had a damn good pass rush. That's just facts, and he got the benefit off all that. So now we got him on a 1-year prove it deal, and they're giving him that because he tore his ACL year before last. He come back last year, and he really didn't do much. Well, that Houston kid is the one that did the most of the work until Clowney got in position and got in shape, and he started making his presence felt. I haven't heard no more about Clowney. I've been looking, hoping they would take a look at him. But I obviously don't think Parker is interested in bringing Clowney in, but he is interested in the guys that I just mentioned. So, everybody's talking about all these trades, but except the teams that have the cards. Like we're talking about Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is probably definitely going to be on the trade block. I mean, I can see it. And obviously I would take him as a backup running back, but he's getting paid like he's a number one running back. And that's where the problem lies, where the Saints decided they were going to pick up Etienne. I got to get that right. Etienne. We've been calling him Etienne since he's been in Clemson. So Etienne, I'll get that right. They brought him. They signed him as a free agent and gave him running back one money. So there's where I'd say they're ready to move on from an Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara's got a pretty good size cap hit they're going to get hit with, and but also I've read that through the rumor vine, should I say, that he would rather retire than to be traded. So I can respect that because he has played his whole career at New Orleans Saints, so I can respect that. But they always use the Cowboys as a negotiating tool. Why? You get all the publicity, always on TV, all over social media. All you got to do is mention it. I mean, Josh Sweat says, "I don't want to go to OTAs. I want out of Arizona," and immediately the Cowboys was brought into the picture, man. Immediately. So this is what teams usually. A lot of players use the Cowboys for that. I would definitely take a Josh Sweat, man. I would. That's a solid player right there. I thought he was Super Bowl MVP 2 years ago, and I'll still say that. I don't think Jalen. I think any one of us could have had a good day that day. Yeah, they gave it to Jalen Hurts because he's a quarterback, but man, ask Mahomes who the MVP was. They were all over his ass that day. They just beat his ass, and that was a hell of a defense that the Philadelphia shitbirds put up that day, man. So, I'm not going to deny it. It was a hell of a defense. So, in being able to be familiar, to bring in a guy that's familiar with the type of defense that they're going to run, that'd just be a plus for the Cowboys. So, yeah, if there's a possibility to trade for a Josh Sweat, go for it. Absolutely. Because that's letting me know that they still are about that edge. They are keeping an eye on that edge. So, yeah. And I'm just really wanting to see our backup running backs get a fair chance. I really do. I hope they get a fair chance. But then again, if they don't, pan out, because when you look at the numbers, man, the numbers are just like, Jesus.
Kiss my entire ass.
They're just not there. When you look at the running backs room as a whole, outside Javonte, of course. Javonte is a solid running back. He's going to play some good football for us. And but the guys just ain't got a lot of opportunity, man. So, and I just don't know how to feel about Blue. I've been on a lot of groups, and I've talked to a lot of. I tell you what, I wouldn't run from that, D, at all. I wouldn't run from that at all. Like I just said, that'd be a hell of a lot cheaper than actually going out for a Max Crosby. I mean, to get Max Crosby, you're giving up a first-round pick and some. That's just fact. But if we can get him, and I have Googled what it would take to get him, and it's not going to take a lot. Only thing about it is he's still got a lot of guaranteed money coming to him, man, on his contract. You know, he went free agent when he left Philadelphia to go to Arizona. So he still got a lot of money, but he got there and realized, man, this team is absolutely shitty. What'd you expect? I mean, your quarterback is no bigger than, well, he's gone now. So now you got Jacoby Brissett as your quarterback, I guess. Not real sure. I think you got another guy in there. I'm not real sure, but that team is in disarray, and they got a lot of rebuilding to do. So, and you left a Super Bowl caliber team to go. He left a Super Bowl caliber team to go there, man. So again, go slap yourself. But I would take him in a heartbeat to come to Dallas, to rub it into the Philadelphia Eagles, 2, to sick him on the Philadelphia Eagles. So yeah, I would take him. And if we can get him away from Arizona for a 5th round pick, oh my God, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I seen Law did a show about that earlier today, or either last night or earlier today. But I talked about it a little bit a couple days ago when it was on the Cowboys website. And so, like I say, they always use the Cowboys as a stepping stone. And because it gets the media talking. I mean, as soon as the guy said it, bam. Social media is blowing up. Cowboy Nation's going crazy. Because one thing we do know is we got to have another edge rusher. I mean, do we really feel comfortable with the edge with the group that we got? Rashawn Gary, we know he's a solid pro. Ezraku, he's an up-and-comer. Houston, the new kid, Lawrence, Williams. But I know one guy I'm really looking forward to seeing him run after the quarterback, and that's my boy Marison Leofau. I want to see him get a fair share. I mean, a fair shot. I want to see him get a fair shot. Because, man, Leofau has got that dog in him. He does. I watched him a few years ago, Notre Dame against USC. Man, he made Caleb Williams have a nightmare come true, man. It was, I mean, he sacked him. He got a tip interception. He made him fumble. He was just all over Caleb Williams that day, and it's nice. And when you watch him, they put him, Eberflus's dumbass put him on special teams last year, so he didn't really get to show off his shit. Because under Zimmer, he was getting a lot of playing time, especially at inside linebacker. But he would, but with Eberfraud last year, they didn't use him properly. So I want to see what Parker will do with him. I think we can. I think he can really do some damage. Can he be a star? Let's let yet to be seen. But he's another guy that they can move around from inside to outside, and he can also obviously he'll play special teams because he was absolutely a dog on special teams last year. He'll hit you. I like Marison Leofau. I really would like him to step up and I really think that he's another one that could come in and play multiple positions on defense. So I just want to see him get a fair shot. Feel free to get them likes up for me, guys. But yeah, I wanted to come on for a little bit and talk about some possible trades and some possible free agents. This time of year, we're going to hear all kinds. Rumors are going to go nuts, and that's about all we're going to. I really don't like talking about rumors, but that's all there is to talk about right now. So that's just how it is. So when a player is on the, one thing I do know when rumor mills get started, there's got to be some truth to it. Like last year when I got the word that that the Cowboys were pursuing a Max Crosby, I think it was in October of last year before they had to pivot, and then they took Williams. That's when they went after Quentin. Don't get me wrong, they were after Quentin Williams for a while, but when Max Crosby was a chance to trade for him, they looked into it. But I think they had their heart set on Quentin Williams, but they definitely pivoted, and because they wanted Crosby. And now when we see in this offseason how they got very aggressive, how aggressive they was going after him, yeah. Now that they're talking about, a Josh Sweat can be on the trade blocks, and he'll be a lot cheaper. So I would look at it but we can talk about it all we want until we hear that Arizona's really going to put him on the trade block. And that's one thing they haven't done. Nobody's talked about it. The Saints, I don't think have come out and actually said that, yeah, we're going to trade Alvin Kamara, but all signs point to it because June 1st, there's something in these guys' clause. about how much money they could save post June 1st. They're letting them give them their out and out release and or a trade or whatever. And that's the same thing going right now. I'm hearing about Malik Hooker, that we could be saying goodbye to him. I hope not, but it is what it is, man. Money talks, and I just don't. When we're talking about our safeties, though, and obviously our starters are going to be Jalen Thompson, and obviously Caleb Downs. There's going to be our safeties. We're going to be, of course, Caleb. He can play several different positions, man. I mean, that kid's going to be so good, and I'm ready to see. I'm ready for the world to see him, because I could talk about till I'm blue in the face till you actually see it, man. Come in, tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that share button. I'm going to stay on for about another 5 or 6 minutes. Tonight I was having some issues. I'm always having issues with the system. I'm still trying to get it figured out. It just so happened tonight, I announced to everybody I was going to be going live, and then as soon as I do, my entire system had to do an update. It never fails. These are some of the reasons why I really don't do a lot of lives, and I do a lot of uploads instead. But it's so funny. It always happens to me. Only to me. It seems like, I'm sure everybody else goes through this at times, but the talk right now is Josh Sweat is what I keep hearing. It was on cowboys.com yesterday. I checked it all out. All he did was said, I'm not doing OTAs, and rumor is he wants out of Arizona. As soon as that was mentioned, it was all about Pete, I did my show last night, you prick. I ain't no bandwagon, you knucklehead, and you know better. But getting Josh Sweat it would really be good, because it would aggravate old Pete here, because Pete here is a Eagle fan. And I would take a Josh Sweat. Don't get me wrong. I thought he was a Super Bowl MVP 2 years ago. I really do. And I'll continue to say that. Yeah, they're going to give it to the most valuable passer, should I say. But, man, he made Mahomes' day a nightmare that day. So, yeah, if there's a chance to get a Josh Sweat, I'll take him. Yeah, welcome to the show, 305. Go ahead, hit that, smash that like button. Get them likes up for me. You too, Pete. Yeah, but you got to understand, Pete, it's also a chance to get experience. I mean, we had Jatavion Clowney last year, and he got 8.5 sacks with a sorry team. Now you're going to put him with a bunch of young guys. He could really help. I'll take him right now. I mean, you tell me he didn't play good last year? Come on, man. He played real good last year. He played good for you guys 2 years ago, and you know it. 45 years old, man. Go slap yourself. I'm just thinking about the edge rusher all in general, because that's something I just think we need. Like I said, we got a number 1 draft pick in Malachi Lawrence, and the only film I watched on him, it wasn't good. I watched him take against Max Iudicourt, and I'll keep saying it. Max Iudicourt tore him up that day. You can all go see it for yourself. November 9th, 2024. Central Florida versus Arizona State. He got no pressures. He got no sacks, but he got a whole lot of max. That's a fact. So That's really the only tape I actually watched on him. And I know there's probably better, but I was going by. You didn't keep him because he went free agent, and he got a big contract. And I get it. You guys are loaded. I mean, I get it. I understand. 2 years ago, man. Come on. What is he like? 30, 31? Come on, dude. Seriously, put it in the box. How old is he? Are you going to make me Google it? I can't. I got all my monitors going on my lives. I'm just thinking about the young guys that we got in there, and I'm not really really sold on the pass rush that we have. Come on, Pete, man. I just cannot get. We have done a lot. The Cowboys have done a lot to finally have a defense that can go after the run, and I'm very happy about that. For so many years, teams just ran nuts on the Cowboys. They just ran nuts, and so now we got guys like Quinton Williams and Kenny Clark and in the middle, and then you got inside linebackers like DeMarvion Overshown. That's somebody right there I'm going to keep my eye on. I love DeMarvion Overshown when he's on the field. But if he's not on the field, he's just not. There's just we have another Sean Lee on our hands. Maybe, I don't know. If he can stay healthy, he can play some football. But we also got Rashawn Gary. He's a hell of a run stopper. Rashawn Gary's a hell of a football player. I'm going to say that. But I just wanted a nice dominant edge, man. That's why I pushed for the Max Crosby trade for so hard, and I seen the Cowboys were so into it, and I have pushed and pushed, and I have not let up. I have not let up. I will not let up because I seen how aggressive they was. Because I know that Christian Parker wants Max Crosby, and if they have to pivot, and they can pivot for a solid veteran like Josh Sweat, I just like to do it to get under the Eagles' skin, man. That would be that'd be nice. Because I don't, and Ezra Rocku's last year in college, he got like 16 sacks, but he carried over into the pros. He got 2.
Kiss my entire ass.
I think Ezra Rocku started learning how to play edge a lot better towards the end of the season, especially when Clowney started playing some good football, because Clowney had to get in shape. I mean, they brought him off the couch. It was just it was on the Cowboys website yesterday, Pete, that Josh Sweat does not want to participate in the OTAs, and he is not happy to be in Arizona. And immediately when something like that says, Cowboy Nation goes fucking batshit crazy, and because you get social media talking, you get the sports channels talking, because they always use the Cowboys as a stepping stone. They always do, because you get all the damn you get all the damn we always get all the publicity. Always got to be talked about, whether it's bad, good, whatever. They use the Cowboys as a negotiation tool. It does get old, and it is rather ridiculous, but these are the things that does happen. Love you too, brother, man. Thanks for coming in. So these sitting here trying to read. I've got all my monitors going. I'm trying to keep up. So Anyway, edge is very, very something we have to worry about. I'm just not sold on everything we've got right now. And I'll continue to say it until that damn trade deadline towards the middle of the season. I will not stop if it doesn't pan out, because a Vic Fangio type defense does not blitz a lot. I'm not myself. I like a blitzing defense, but when you're going up against some of these really solid quarterbacks like a Stafford, man, he'll eat you up. You blitz him, he's smart, and you can't be blitzing every single play. So I know Parker is going to try to confuse the living shit out of him. I mean, because this is his big opportunity, and he's going to he's going to want to make a name for himself. I mean, he's going to obviously he already has a name for himself as a defensive backs coach. He's very good at his job, but if he's going to play the Fangio type defense, they like to swirl around and confuse the quarterbacks, bring pressure at different spots, but those not blitz very much. So if you're not going to blitz, you definitely need somebody who can rush that quarterback. And right now, I just don't see it. I mean, you just can't go from, okay, we're ready to give a first and a second round pick and also put Osa Digizua in there for a Max Crosby, and then pivot and say, no, I'm just going to be okay with Rashawn Gary. To me, that's just a weird pivot, man. And then say we're good. Because the Cowboys were willing to give up all that for a Max Crosby, and then only having to give up a 4th round pick for Rashawn Gary. And the rumor was they didn't even have to do that because they were about to the Packers were about to release him. Now that's just a rumor, of course. Nobody knows how true it is. Only ones that's going to know is probably the guys that took place in this trade. Cowboys traded their 4th round, their 4th round pick for it, and they end up with Rashawn Gary, and of course they end up getting him back when they made that trade with the Eagles, man. So it all worked out. But I'm going to be getting ready to sign it off for the night. I appreciate you guys all coming in and hitting the like button and hitting the share button. Please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Try to build my YouTube is so damn hard to build up, man. It is. It's like I get all these views on YouTube, but nobody subscribes, man. And I'm trying, but so subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me some algorithm, man. Try to help me build this up. This is like my retirement hobby, man. So anyway, I'm going to cut it off for the night and hope for the best. That some of these rumors we're getting ready to go through a lot of rumors. We're getting ready to hear a lot and see a lot of rumors. Some of them are going to be true. Some of them are going to have a lot of truth to them. But you can't believe them all. But they're all going to be centered towards the Cowboys because that is every player in the damn league's number one tool. I just call up the Cowboys. What's going on, Spartan? Hit that like button for me. So I'm getting ready to cut it off, like I said. But anyway, you know what it is. Until next time, we are them boys. Have a good one.